Hey there, Leo. This is Chronic Joy Tarot, and we are here to do your soul guidance reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or whoever happens to stop in on this channel, on this video. This message is for you. If you've been guided here, it's yours, right? If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here, and just know that this reading style that I use is really about expanding your soul. It's not predictive, it's intuitive, it's internal. It's taking an aspect of yourself and learning to develop it, less about others and outward circumstances and outcomes, and more about your journey, your specific journey. If you're not new to my channel and you're returning, thank you for being here again, okay? Every reading, we take an oracle card and then expand on it using the Zen Tarot cards. And the oracle deck I'm using at this time is Native Spirit by Denise Linn. And the card I pulled for you, Leo, is you, the Spirit of Fire. I love it. I think there's a glare on the screen, but you could see the window behind it. So the fire card. Fire is life. It is life. Transformation. It can destroy, but it also clears so that you can create new, right? Fire can maintain and sustain life by keeping you warm, by keeping you fed, but it can also just sort of completely annihilate and destroy, life. So knowing the balance between not shining that fire too brightly, but not letting it smolder and die out, right? Getting that in between sort of energy that fire carries, knowing that it's literally creativity and excuse me, I think my battery's going to go on my phone. Learning to be creative and create new ways of approaching things, break out of old patterns, that could really serve you at this time. Just because you've always done something a certain way doesn't mean it has to continue. You can find new ways, new perspectives, new little twists to your routines. Try, changing a couple things during your day. Like if you take one route in the morning to work or school or whatever, change it up, go another way. Or if you always have the same cup of coffee and breakfast in the morning, have something new, have something different. Just that brings in new energy, right? It brings in new life to your experience. So we're going to look at how to sort of balance that fire-like energy that we all carry, and that specifically for the Leo, which I am too, that's why I said we, carries, and learn to transform and create new experiences with our life, okay? I have this spread from the Zen Tarot deck called the Tree. It's called the Tree. Usually I use the Flying Bird. I almost said that, sorry. This is the Tree spread. It's one that I sort of made up. And we have a starting point here, and then we go internal supporting energies and then external energies, and then the key to moving forward and expanding on this topic, okay? Your starting point is ordinariness. Okay, so look at that. There could be a feeling of status quo, like, everything's the same. I wake up, like we said, I have the same breakfast, I go the same direction to work or to school. Everything is day to day. I'm in a rut, almost in a rut. Not in a negative way, right? Because this card is actually kind of peaceful. This figure here picking flowers in the field and enjoying nature, but something that maybe he does every day, right? Which is okay, but we're trying to create a little, that sense of the Spirit of Fire. We're trying to inject a new perspective or a new aspect, right, to the way we show up in our lives. So this is great because our starting point is everything's holding steady. day in, day out. It's always, pretty much the same. Like if you haven't seen someone in a while and they say, oh, how have you been? And all you can think of is, oh, good, everything's the same, that kind of an energy. Kind of nothing real dramatic either way, good or bad. So let's see how we can build on that, okay? Internally, oh, look at that. It could have created, oh, wow, okay. So now I'm getting more of a feeling of actually kind of being in a rut, kind of being a little stuck and preparing yourself to create more experiences, because the internal card here that I pulled is the isolation card. This is kind of indicating that maybe you're living a lot in your head and kind of creating a sense of being shut out from others. I can really relate to this because I've been extremely bogged down, like all this year, with my day gig, with my income producing job, really bogged down and really feeling like, is this ever going to end? And as a result, not having time with my friends or my family, just not having a lot of time. And the extra time I have, I want to spend alone because I'm so burned out, right? I can understand this. And within, you get that sense of, I am so stuck in this block of ice, right? The only way out of that, if you can see, is this figure is showing emotion. I don't mean you have to have a crying spree, but this figure is showing emotion, and that's melting the ice. So kind of finding a way to show up a little more and expressing yourself a little more could help you get out of this sort of day in, day out feeling, right? And bring in that spirit of fire. Literally, the fire and the ice, they sit in opposition. We need more fire to melt some of that ice, right? And open up our heart space. In your external world, it's funny because this is another kind of a stuck feeling card, and this is about emotions. So this one talks about clinging to the past, how this figure has her box of memories very, very engrossed in her little box of memories. Enough so that it's keeping her from really experiencing what is here right now, which is the sparkly lights and the pretty colors and life as it is now. Kind of stuck in a rut, kind of stuck in, this is how I've always done it, this is how I gotta stay. This is an actual perfect depiction of how I sort of opened up the reading when we talked about the fire card, the spirit of fire, is that destroying and doing away with old perceptions in order to make room to create new and to move forward. This is pretty much reflecting that. Now, if this doesn't feel like it's resonating as the reading's unfolding, no, that's not how I feel right now. I'm in full force with the spirit of fire. I'm really creating, I'm making moves, I'm making changes. Then let's just let this serve as a reminder for you that if you find yourself in a place of stagnation and kind of, I'm in the same old thing every day, then these are steps to move out of it, right? And that's what we're going to hit next, is the steps to move out of that place of almost stuckness, but more routine, right? That place of routine. Okay, key to moving forward. Connect with others. Look at that. Find your group. Find your tribe. Be in your true authentic self, and then attract others that are like that, right? We're all here together. And being in this energy and this kind of, I'm all alone in this, right, it's the opposite of this, but it serves you for a time. Like I said, for me, it served me to really dial down and focus in on the task at hand, as busy as I've been. However, I'm out of balance, right? We're out of balance. We need to connect with others. And I'm starting a little sort of group, a women's group that's very informal, but it's actually just a gathering of my friends to connect and share experiences and support one another and understand our diversity and understand how we are all the same, yet sometimes we feel really alone in that, even though we feel very different from others, even though we underneath it all we're all the same. I'm actually starting this because I'm feeling that need to connect. So this is something for you to focus on when you get to this place of same old. Reach out and really start to connect with others. Put the fire, into the mix, right? And create more connection. Okay? Then once you start to create that energy of connectedness with others, look at this, how beautiful. The outcome of all that is the outcome of just reaching out and learning to share and connect with others. First of all, the first thing it does is it creates a healing energy for you, right? Mind, body, spirit. The lotus, the heart chakra is lit up with that lotus, which continues to unfold and create and welcome in new. Healing. This is an emotion card as well. You'll find that with connection comes your soul's healing. Always. And then internally you'll get a sense that, I had this point. This is the traveling card. So this talks about seeing your life as a whole, the entire journey, everything that's come before, not being stuck in that past part of your path, and not being too eager to go forward, but just being exactly where you are and realizing that past, present, future, the entire thing is the tapestry of your life, is the journey. And where you stand right now is the journey. Whether it's on top of that mountain peak, in the fog, in the sun, down below in the river, moving quickly through the forest, or sitting against the tree in the forest for a minute to sort of recoup. All of it is life, right? And this is an internal knowing that you're getting. Just because you might feel that the routine has gotten the better of you, it doesn't stay that way. You don't stay on that point of the journey. It's okay. And just the simple act of reaching out to another will start to shift it, okay? In your external experience, the sharing card is in the perfect position, because understanding that this connection is going to create new, using the spirit of fire, creation, you begin to show up as your full authentic self. Others receive you in a beautiful way because your truth is unique to you and deserves to be heard, right? As does that of others, right? And that's where this sort of community feeling goes, is that we're all just at whatever point on the road we are. We're all just on our journey, right? And sometimes we meet up with another on that journey and they're hanging out with us for a while, going at the same pace we are. And sometimes they divert and they go down another road. Sometimes they move more quickly. Sometimes they hang back. But it is all part of the big picture. And showing up as your true authentic self and then sharing your heart with others brings about what? Complete transformation. Beautiful from the inside out, and all around you is newness. The fire will destroy, but it also creates a clearing so that you can emerge from it. And that's the basic total insight into this reading, is that this is what's coming, is your continued transformation, your continued healing, always. Okay? So if you find yourself in places where you're not really moving forward, you're not really feeling progress, it's okay, because it's part of the entire journey, right? And then finding that person or that group to connect with, to feel a oneness with, and be rooted in your true self and give of it, give of your true authentic self. That's creating new experiences. That's the spirit of fire, right? Your passion, your energy, your connectivity with others. That's the spirit of fire. And that brings about change. And it could bring you from this place of routine and kind of stuckness to a new, much more fulfilling experience. And then you might circle back around and come here again, right? You might get back to that. Okay, here we're on a plateau. We're still doing the same old thing. And that's all fine. Start the process over. Show up as yourself, reach out to others. Trust that, wherever you are on the journey, there's more to come. There's a lot more change to come. Okay? Okay, my dear Leos, I love you. I want to hurry this before my phone dies out. I love you guys so much for being here, and I just appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want to find me on Instagram, I'm there under Chronic Joy Tarot. And because of my day gig, it's not, I don't have as much content as I'd like, but that's coming. And I just love you guys. I hope you're all doing well. And until next time, take care.